Well, howdy folks. The name's Lux Lather, and I've got quite a tale to tell you about life here on Hidden Hill. It's a place where the extraordinary meets the everyday. Now I know what you're thinking. Lux, you don't look like your average soap maker. And you'd be right. See these tattoos? Each one tells a story, but that's for another time. What really sets me apart is my best friend. He's big, he's scaly, and he's been extinct for about 65 million years. That's right, my best bud is a T-Rex named Otis. And let me tell you, he makes one heck of a riding partner. But Otis ain't the only unusual critter around these parts. My partner Britt, she's got a pet of her own. And let me tell you, it's just as extraordinary as Otis. Britt's as beautiful as the day is long, with hair that shimmers like golden wheat in the Oregon sun. And her ride? A cave bear named Elsa. Yeah, you heard that right, a bear big enough to saddle. Now you might be wondering what a bunch of misfits like us do up here on Hidden Hill. Well, we live a simple life, in tune with nature, making the best darn organic soap you've ever lathered with. Every day, we roam these beautiful Willamette Valley hills, searching for the finest herbs and flowers. Britt's got a nose for lavender that'd put a bloodhound to shame, and Otis, he can sniff out chamomile from a mile away. We take all these natural goodies back to our little homestead and work our magic, mixing oils, lye, and water with the bounty of the land to create soap organically, our pride and joy. Each bar of soap is a labor of love, crafted with care and a touch of wild magic. We pour our hearts into every batch just like we're pouring this here soap into its mold. After the soap's had time to cure, Britt works her magic, turning each block into perfect bars. It's like she's revealing the hidden beauty of the valley, one slice at a time. It's honest work, and we were content with our little slice of paradise. But life has a funny way of throwing you a curveball. Little did we know, our quiet life was about to get a whole lot more interesting. But that, my friends, is a story for another time. It all started on a day like any other. The sun was shining, the birds were singing, and Otis was trying to scratch his back against a redwood. That's when we heard the news that would change everything. There was trouble brewing down in the valley. Well, word reached us that the rivers were turning funny colors and folks were getting sick from the water. But something didn't sit right with us. Maybe it was time to come out of our bubble. Britt looked at me with those piercing blue eyes of hers, and I knew what we had to do. So we saddled up Otis and Elsa and rode down to investigate. Let me tell you, the sight of a man on a T-Rex and a woman on a cave bear turned a few heads in town. What we found was worse than we imagined. The rivers were full of chemical suds, and the fish were swimming sideways. Turns out, a big soap company had set up shop upstream, and they were dumping all sorts of nasty stuff into the water. That's when it hit me like a bar of soap to the head. Our natural soap could be the solution. We hightailed it back to Hidden Hill and got to work. Britt and I were mixing up a storm, while Otis and Elsa gathered more ingredients than ever before. We worked day and night, brewing up the biggest batch of soap you've ever seen. Our little cabin was like a soap factory on overdrive. The folks were skeptical at first. I mean, who wouldn't be when a cowboy hat-wearing fella on a dinosaur tells you he's got the cure for water pollution? But desperation makes for strange bedfellows, and they were willing to give anything a try. We poured our natural soap into the water treatment plant, and you know what? It worked. Our little soap operation saved the day. The chemicals were neutralized, the water cleared up, and the fish started swimming right side up again. From that day on, we realized our simple life had a bigger purpose. We weren't just making soap for ourselves anymore. Now we're supplying the whole dang community with soap organically. Turns out living clean isn't just good for us, it's good for everybody. Don't forget to stay sudsy, friends. This is Lux Lather, signing off from Hidden Hill. Remember, life's too short for bad soap.